In section 5.6, we're going to talk about ratios and unit rates. And taking a problem and turning it into a ratio or a fraction is quite simple. So we have a couple ratios right here, 20 to 32 or 12 to 46. And if we wanted to put them kind of in a ratio form, you might see them 20 with the little colon to 32, or 12 feet with the colon to 46 feet. But how do we turn those into a fraction? So a ratio is just comparing a quantity with another quantity. So maybe a smaller group in comparison to a bigger group, something like that. Or one unit measurement compared to another unit measurement. But if we want to take these ratios and turn them into fractions, your first number just becomes your numerator and your second number becomes your denominator. Very simple. So 20 to 32 is the same thing as saying 20 over 32. And when we have 20 over 32, can we reduce that? Yes, we can. We can divide both of those by 4. 20 divided by 4 is going to give you 5. 32 divided by 4 is going to give you 8. So our fraction that represents this ratio is 5/8 or 5 to 8. So we could, in real world, for every 5 oranges, there were 8 apples. So something like that. Same thing with this, 12 to 46. 12 would become our top number. 46 would become our bottom number. And we can certainly divide by 2. These are both even numbers. 12 divided by 2 equals 6. 46 divided by 2 equals 23. And we have 6 over 23. So we could say for every 6 girls there were 23 boys, something like that. Now, what if we have a ratio where we're using separate units, and it's already applying it to a real world situation. So this is where we're trying to find a unit rate. So we got $798 on our paycheck and we worked 40 hours. So we want to know how much money did we make in 1 hour? So that would be a unit rate. So 40 units gave us 798. How much would 1 unit give us? So what are we going to do with those two numbers? We're going to divide. So we're going to take 798 and we're going to divide it by 40. And that's how we get our unit rate. So we can set this up with long division. So we have 798 and we're going to divide by 40. And we know that 40 goes into 79 one whole time. 1 times 40 is going to be 40. And I may run out of room. And then 79 minus 40 is 309. And then 79 minus 40 is 39. And we bring down our 8. That gives us 398. And we want to see how many times does 40 go into 398. Well, 4, when I do this, I take the 4 and go into the 39. So 4 goes into 39, and we'll say 9 times. So 9 times 40 is going to give us 360 because 9 times 4 is 36. And then we're going to be left over with 398 minus 360 is going to give us a 38. So a leftover of 38. So we don't put 0.38. You would add your zeros, and I'm going to just bring it down here. I'll erase it in a minute. 38, bring down our 0. And how many times does 4 go into 380? 0, we have 380. And how many times is 4 going to go into 38? It'll go into it 9 times again. 9 times 40 is going to give us 360. And that's going to give us 20 left over. We bring down our 0. And 4 goes into 25 times. So 5 times 40 is going to equal your 200. And then we've evened out. So 5 times 40 equals 200. We'll have a remainder of 0. So if we want to find our unit rate, we're just going to be dividing. We take the 798, divide it by 40, and we can see that we were making about $20 an hour, or $19.95 an hour. So that's your unit rate for that specific situation. Now for this next one, I'll just erase the stuff down here. Say we're taking a road trip and we drove 527 miles in 9 hours, but we want to calculate about how far did we go in 1 hour. So we're calculating a unit rate. So we have a ratio, but now we want to find a unit rate. So 1 hour, how far did we go? Again, we're going to divide. So we're going to have 527 divided by 9. 9 goes into 52 5 times. 5 times 9 is 45. 52 minus 45 is going to be 7. Bring down our 7. 9 goes into 77 8 times. And 8 times 9 is going to be 72 with a 6 left over. And you can just put a remainder of 6 or 6/9, and that's fine with me. So we're still just doing long division. And so basically what we found out is we were going 58 miles per hour. So about 60 miles per hour. And that doesn't give us just the distance, but it calculates our speed too. So these are just how to find unit rates. Again, we're just doing division. So to set a ratio up as a fraction, very simple. And when we are given a ratio for a specific situation, how do we break it down to find the unit rate? So how much did we make in 1 hour? How far did we go in 1 hour? And that is calculating unit rate, and we use division to accomplish that.